It's the Jets preseason opener. No Aaron Rodgers today. Of course, the Jets all in this season with Rodgers. They have not been to the playoffs since 2010. It's a win-now mentality for this group. Joe Douglas addressing the backup quarterback position with Tyrod Taylor. They feel better equipped than they were the previous year, where it was Zach Wilson, Trevor Siemian, Tim Boyle playing quarterback once Rodgers went down with that Achilles injury 4 snaps into the regular season. Jets finished 2023 7-10. Trying to turn that around here in 2024. Right now, we send it down to Otis Livingston, standing by with Robert Saleh for the TD Bank Sideline Report. Otis.
All right, Robert, you had a joint workout with the Commanders a couple days ago, but this is the first full game that you guys will play. What do you expect to see out of your guys that are playing today?
You know, we just want to execute. Make sure that it's not too big in the moment for a lot of these young guys getting their first ever NFL action. Difference between what they've been doing since April and now is we get the tackles. So we're just looking for execution.
One of the guys that up in the booth they were talking about was Will McDonald. What can fans expect out of him, and how's it been going for him in camp?
So Washington will receive to open up season. Anthony, a big theme in our conversations with the Jets yesterday, the joint practice, how impactful those are. Just a chance to go against somebody else, not your own guys. New dynamic kickoff. And this one is going to bounce and roll through the back of the end zone. So the new rule setup, it's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The NFL, this is new for everybody, and that means teams are adjusting to it. And also not showing their hand necessarily, Anthony, here in the preseason.
Yeah, I've got to, utilize this kickoff. When I coached in the XFL 2 years ago, we got rid of it. But this is huge. But Jayden Daniels now stepping in, obviously a huge player and piece to what Washington's looking forward to do.
Number 2 overall pick, Heisman Trophy winner from LSU. Over 12,000 career passing yards between Arizona State and LSU, and over 3,000 rushing yards. Dual threat, can create when things break down. On a handoff for Brian Robinson Jr. trying to drive towards the 35. He'll pick up 4 yards on the play, and it was Leki Fotu in on the stop. All right, defensive players to watch, brought to you by Honda. What do you got, AB?
Yeah, McDonald, we talked about him. We're going to watch him when he has 99.53. Zaire Barnes, he's a linebacker now that's going to be a heavy special teams player, but got a lot of great speed, got to learn the system last year. Expect him to show out today in this game.
McDonald, second year from Iowa State. Daniels, that's too high. He skied it. Daniels, that's too high. He skied it over the head of the diminutive Austin Eckler, and it's going to set up 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, again, watching the pressure here, it's a good job in the inside. A lot of short passing game in the joint practice between these two teams with Jayden Daniels. Because of the pressure they're expecting from the Jets, Jeff Ulbricht's done a great job. He wants to be really vanilla in this game and just bring the guys, let them play in their positions and execute at a high level.
Ulbricht in his 4th year as the DC under Robert Saleh. 3rd down and 6, opening possession of the day for Washington. Shotgun formation for Daniels. Spread it out on 3rd down. Daniels pulls the trigger, looking for the deep ball down the sideline, and it's hauled in. Dyami Brown, great snag for the 1st down.
I'll tell you, it's a great catch. This coverage is really good. Watch 29, Bernard Converse. He's following, tracking. He's got his arm on the offensive player and shoots up, just misses the ball. But an incredible catch by the wide receiver. It's a nice start for a young quarterback. They're trying to get him acclimated. But, again, really good coverage. Just a really great play.
And a confidence builder if you're Jayden Daniels. The story from the joint practice was he was throwing off his back foot quite a bit because of all the pressure. Pitch it. Robinson, big back, tried to cut it upfield. He gets limited to 4.5 yards on the play as Jalen Key, rookie out of Alabama, makes the stop for New York.
Yeah, a lot of draft picks will play today. Robert talked about young players really stepping in and showing out. It's a heck of a job on the tackle there by Jalen Key. A key component to Alabama's defense, a jack of all trades, looking for him to grow as kind of a developmental guy as they get into the year.
That pass play, Daniels to Brown, covered 42 yards, setting Washington up now inside the 20-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 5. Robinson remains in there. Out of the pistol, Robinson breaking tackles. He's got a first down out near the 10-yard line. Robinson, good power at 6'1", 228. Chaz Surratt, the fourth-year linebacker formerly with Minnesota, makes the tackle for New York.
Yeah, tight inside zone run, just kick it out. He's a big back, right? Defensive lineman got to shed blocks. Something we'll watch here is some of these young defensive linemen for the Jets try to find their ways. Been watching some of the great players they have that aren't playing today.
Line of scrimmage is now the 12. Daniels, the rookie, operating out of the gun. Swing pass. Caught by McLaurin. Tried the spin move, and he's brought down after picking up 3 yards on the perimeter. Tackle made by Bernard Converse, the second-year defensive back from LSU. So 2nd down and 7. Commanders went 4-13 last year, lost their last 8 games of the season. Ron Rivera got let go, replaced by Dan Quinn, former assistant coach for the New York Jets, a Morristown, New Jersey native. Give it. Robinson. Rugged runner to the 5. 4-yard pickup. It's 3rd down. Tackle made by Eric Watts. He's a rookie out of UConn.
One thing Jets defenses pride themselves on, among other things, is red zone defense. Good opportunity here to try to shoot them down, hold them to at least a field goal attempt as they try this 3rd down opportunity for Commanders.
So the joint practice a couple of days ago. Jets felt really good about what they saw. First teamers getting a lot of reps. No Aaron Rodgers because of the rain. 3rd down and 3. From the gun. Daniels on a give. Straight ahead run. Eckler got stood up. Second effort will be enough for the first down. Jalen Key got in there. But that's going to place Washington in a 1st and goal right around the 2.
Timeout on the field for a virtual line to gain measurement.
All right. This is new nomenclature that we have to get accustomed to. Virtual line to gain measurement is what we're working off of right now. Brandon Cruz, by the way, who's the umpire, is getting an opportunity to be the referee and to get on microphone. This is something the NFL works on every preseason when they see some officials that are rising up the ranks. Get them a free look. So good for Brandon Cruz getting an opportunity here. Our referee today is the veteran Carl Cheffers. So this new technology that the NFL is working with, Hawkeye technology, using this in the preseason. It's virtual animation on 1st down measurements. We're all used to the chain gang. This is what we grew accustomed to through the years, every level of football. Well, this is different. So eventually we're going to get a look at this, and so will the fans. It'll pop up on the big screen. That means the players, the coaches, the broadcasters, the fans, the officials all find out at the same time. There's a lot of buildup here.
Hopefully it's a little quicker as we move into the season too, but yeah, tech is great, right? To get those visuals, to see how it looks. I mean, it's ever growing, right? The technology. NFL's always trying to expand, make the experience better.
Here we go.
For the fans.
So we fill time for that moment. They made it. The drama.
Love it. Yeah, it's great. HD up on the screen there. It's really nice.
Yeah, a lot of pixels. So it's 1st and goal inside the 2 in reality. Long drive here for Washington to open up. Started at the 30-yard line after the ball was kicked through the back of the end zone. Robinson is in there. Good power. And he gets clubbed right at the line of scrimmage. Michael Clemens. So Clemens getting some reps here. As mentioned, Hassan Reddick, the holdout continues on the last year of a 3-year, $45 million deal coming over from Philadelphia.
Big golf season here for Clemens, right? You're talking about a guy that has to step up. They're looking for him to be a little bit better, a more fluent pass rusher. We see the size and strength clearly can stop the run, but he's a guy that's really performed and worked hard in his pass rush. We'll get to see that today.
10th play of the drive. Robinson sets up to the outside of Daniels, and this play whistled dead, flag down. Jets pointing in Washington's direction.
False start. Offense, number 67. 5-yard penalty. That's second down.
And that is Nick Allegretti, who came over from Kansas City as a free agent, 3-year, $16 million deal.
That's close. Could have went both ways there, but must have been a little bit of a head bob there that got the defender to rise.
So the 2nd and goal gets backed up just inside the 8-yard line. We're down to 9:40 to play in this opening quarter. Eckler now replaces Robinson based on where they are on the field. Shotgun formation for Daniels. 2nd and goal. Eckler keeps the legs churning, and he gets buried at the 3. Picks up 4 yards on the play. The former Charger, who signed a 2-year, $11.43 million deal. Michael Clemens, Will McDonald, Tanzel Smart. Bunch of Jets were there to greet him and bring him down, setting up 3rd and goal.
You know, it's nice that these 2nd and 3rd string guys for the Jets, they're going against starters. Really, McLaren's out there.
On the board.
Yeah, this is something you don't get to work in practice as much because of the mobility of the quarterback here. But you see here, this is the element he brings to this. LSU, yeah, dynamic passer, but when you got an Eckler and a combination there, nice job by the receiver clipping the slot defender there, Jalen Key. You see the tight ends coming off. They were able to really lock the edge, bigger bodies on smaller defenders for the Jets, and an easy walk-in touchdown for Daniels.
Isaiah Oliver tried to range over to make the play, but didn't have the direct angle to do it. 11 plays, 8 runs. It is Ramiz Ahmed on for the extra point. And a 7-0 lead for the Commanders. Pretty good way to start for Jayden Daniels. Had the long hookup down the sideline, and then he cashes in for a touchdown in his first series as a pro. 7-0 Washington. Opening possession of the day is a touchdown. Let's take a look at the Audi scoring drive. 11 plays, 70 yards. Took 6 minutes and 21 seconds. Daniels caps it off with a 3-yard score on the ground. Ahmed will kick it off. You've got 2 rookies back there, Isaiah Davis, Malachi Corley. This one is handled at the 5. It's Corley to the outside and across the 35-yard line. Corley takes it, the rookie out of Western Kentucky, 3rd-round draft pick. And here comes Tyrod Taylor to lead the offense for New York. Talked to him about making the decision, said had a relationship with Joe Douglas going back to the Baltimore days, GM of the Jets, and also he didn't have to move because he had played for the Giants the last couple of years. So an added bonus there for Taylor.
Yeah, it really is. You know, cool, calm, collective, ultra smart, 14 years, multiple teams, multiple offenses. Just brings a lot to the table.
On a pitch, Braylon Allen, rookie from Wisconsin. They're really high on Allen and the skills that he brings as he takes it to the 44-yard line. Allen, 4th-round pick, a bruiser, will dish out some contact because of his physical profile, 6'1", 235.
Yeah, as a defender, you better go below the thigh area because that guy's going to run you over. You saw him that first run, super top heavy, right? Because he is falling forward. I don't know if he took many behind the offensive line stops last in his career with Wisconsin. This kid's going to be special.
Jump. Washington claiming that they were coaxed offsides. It was Cleveland Farrell, the 6-year
False
veteran.
start.
Jets,
Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. It's
the
second
guilty
down.
party, and it's Fashanu, the rookie out of Penn State, first-round pick. Athletic swing tackle. The hope is he doesn't have to start this year.
Right.
They want him to learn under Tyron Smith. Pretty good guy to learn from.
Yeah, no, and he's amped up. Obviously, he wants to come out here and make a good showing, but they're really impressed of what his growth has been since he's entered camp.
Second down and 9. Taylor. He'll try the deep ball. The adjustment. And Brownlee could not haul it in. Second year at a Southern Miss. Very wiry wide receiver. Incomplete.
Yeah, nice job. Well, Brownlee here, obviously, last season. Really nice tracking the football. A lot of contact there. Not able to bring it in, but good job by Tyrod. Give him a chance. Really nice blitz pickup by Braylon Allen as well. So, again, getting a little bit of a full gamut as a running back today to show off his skills. But, nice opportunity up the sideline.
Defensive play made by Emmanuel Forbes. First-round pick out of Mississippi State in 2023. 16th overall. 3rd and 9. Taylor under a rush. Gets out of the pocket. Buying time. Fires it. Complete. Braylon Allen for a first down. Flag thrown back at the 36-yard line. So Taylor's zipping that ball to the rookie Allen. Looks like it's coming back.
Yeah, sometimes quarterbacks leave the pocket. You get those grabs. But, man, that's awful nice to have if you're a Jet fan, to see a quarterback that can extend a play like that with his legs, and then ultimately when a defender commits, be able to dump it down to a back and get a big play. But that'll be coming back here with the hold.
So a short meeting.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
So Xavier Newman, as Taylor was buying time, and the drift started for the offensive lineman. So back it up to the 34. Jets are now staring at a 3rd and 14. Taylor, quick hitter underneath. It's Corley. And he tried to double back the other way. Washington sniffed it out. 4th down for the Jets. It's a loss of 1.
Yeah, Malachi Corley is the Yak King. That's what they called him at Western Kentucky. He caught a lot of these behind at the line of scrimmage balls. The thing is now, in college it's different. He can run through guys, utilize his speed. Here, you got to get north and south as quick as possible. Pretty good job by the defense conversion, and that's what Sean Jefferson, the receiver coach, is telling him, hey, man, catch the ball, get up the field, get those yards. That's what you've been showing you can do. And, again, he'll learn. It's great. Good job catching the football.
So the veteran, Thomas Morstead, who had the most punts in the NFL last year, 99. That's not a category you want to lead the league in. Zacchaeus is the deep man. And he hauls it in at the 11-yard line. A flag was thrown just as Zacchaeus handled it. So penalty marker is down at the 27. 56 yards on the kick. As mentioned, Brandon Cruz getting a chance, the umpire, to step in as the referee.
The coaches that are most nervous in preseason, special teams coaches, because that's where the flags, the holds, the blunders, the drop footballs, they just want to get out of this thing clean. Anything is a positive, but just doing it the right way is what they'll take out of preseason.
Cruz having a chat with Dan
During
Quinn.
the kick,
Meanwhile,
holding. Kicking team number 19. The 10-yard penalty is enforced from the end of the play. It's 1st down, Washington. Timeout on the field.
Brant Boyer was getting the explanation. The special teams coach on the other side, Irvin Charles, the guilty party. Washington will have the football when we come back. After the penalty, Washington will have it at the 20-yard line. A new quarterback it is, the 10-year veteran, another Heisman Trophy winner, Marcus Mariota. He's played with Tennessee, Las Vegas, Atlanta, most recently Philadelphia, won the Heisman Trophy in 2014. Another similarity to Jaden Daniels was the 2nd overall pick in his draft. That was back in 2015. First down, Commanders. Mariota from the gun. Tried a delayed handoff, and that was not a good decision. The Jets were all over it. Pressure from Hector.
It's a nice job by Hector. He was in the preseason last year, played in the XFL. He's right here coming up the screen, just one-on-one, beating the left guard here and making a big play. Hey, you want to catch the eyes of your coordinator and your head coach. Do plays like that on your first snap.
So Bruce Hector, 7-year veteran, got some help there from Leonard Taylor III, rookie out of Miami, who the Jets have been very high on. He has flashed in training camp. Loss of 8. Trying to work that sideline. It's McNichols, another veteran on this Washington squad, and Aguavin cuts off the angle on the perimeter.
Yeah, one thing about the defense for the Jets, their depth players, especially the linebacker position, Aguavin and Barnes, these guys have a lot of speed, so you don't really lose much from that standpoint when they're in the football game.
So now a 3rd and 19. Marcus Mariota wearing number 0. Not something you see all that often at the quarterback position. Toss it to Dotson, and he's chopped down short of the 20-yard line. Celebrating on the play is Jarius Monroe, rookie out of Tulane, undrafted free agent. And the Jets defense will get off the field with a 3-and-out.
Yeah, love the way the secondary is tackling right now, coming up, making plays. You saw what they did there. Key is another guy that's done a nice job early in this game. A nice tackle by Monroe.
Tress Way, the veteran kicker, with some pressure, handles it. Corley, return man, misjudged it, takes it on a bounce, gets hit, and he's driven down at the 25-yard line. Initially tackled down at the 27 by Tyler Owens. 55-yard kick. Jets will have the football when we come. Be there to see the Jets in the biggest matchups of the year at MetLife Stadium. Limited number of single-game tickets are available at nyjets.com/tickets. Lock in your seats and get ready to bring the noise. Another series here for Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. Line of scrimmage is the 28. Allen in the backfield. Allen carries to the 30, so picks up a couple of yards. Offensive players to watch brought to you by Honda.
Yeah, we've seen Malachi Corley now touch the ball a couple times on offense. Saw him as a punt returner. He's a guy that can break tackles, very strong runner. Interesting how he goes. And then we talked Joe Tippmann earlier. Again, more reps, getting acclimated, snap, shotgun, all those things. The more he can get, the better as a second-year player.
Max Mitchell is in there. Mentioned Fashanu earlier. Another run to Allen. Xavier Newman seeing action in this opening quarter. We're down to 3:38 to play. You mentioned Joe Tippmann. Clearly they want Tippmann to get some more work in. There had been some issues with snaps, shotgun snaps in particular during training camp.
Well, you know, sometimes when you got a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, changing plays, protection shifts, it's a lot on your plate as a center man. And all of a sudden, oh, yeah, I got to snap the ball on time. So those things will happen with time. They'll grow together and get better at it.
Taylor couldn't break away. Washington was ready for him. Good coverage downfield. And he runs into Patoa Ati of Washington. So it's 4th down.
Yeah, just, you know, good coverage. Not a lot of pressure initially, but again, nothing there. Containing the pocket is what you talk about. Defensive linemen do. The Commanders did a nice job there. Nowhere for Tyrod to really go there, and they had to take the loss.
So another punt from Thomas Morstead, with Zacchaeus standing at the 22. Handle the pressure, sailing kick. Zacchaeus moves forward, catches cleanly at the 29. Zacchaeus has room. Arm tackle doesn't work, and Zacchaeus ducks out of bounds out near midfield. Good return by Zacchaeus. Now in his 6th year and played with Atlanta and Philadelphia. 20 yards on the return, 42-yard kick. Excellent field position for Washington. Late stages opening. 3rd different quarterback in this first quarter. It's the veteran Jeff Driscoll, now in his 9th year in the NFL. 6th NFL team. has had 12 career starts. He's got Jeremy McNichols setting up in the backfield on 1st and 10 from the 48. Moving pocket, Driscoll delivers. Bobbled on the sideline. Incomplete. De'Ami Brown. Let's take a look at today's quarterback comparison presented by Spectrum. We're not going to break down any numbers for you from this preseason game other than age. Jayden Daniels, rookie, 2nd overall pick. Aaron Rodgers, 20-year veteran, will turn 41 in December.
Well, the Commanders want to see that potential that Rodgers had for Jayden, but for Rodgers, it's what exactly he's done and what the Jets want to see. He's been accurate in practice. He's been moving around well, and he is ready to go. Just a seriousness in his voice. I spoke to him after the joint practice. Just dialed in, man. Like, he's ready to go. Like, hey, how you feel? I'm good. I'm ready to go. So, again, we may see him in the preseason. I think he may play a snap or so early, before we get out to the regular season. It may be smart for them to do that, but, again, he is anxious to get back on the field.
Third preseason game will be here at MetLife against the Giants. Straight ahead run for McNichols, and he plows for 8 yards. Talked to Tyrod Taylor about Rodgers, and Tyrod, who's a veteran himself, said, hey, I'm just impressed with his leadership, how he handles everybody in the locker room, of course, his knowledge, and I'm just trying to be a sponge. You can always learn in this league, and Tyrod has really been someone that has taken that to heart. Each stop along the way, he's picked up something to make him a better player and try to polish his craft. Driscoll on 3rd and 2. It's on time for Zaccheaus. Spin move by Zaccheaus, and he gets knocked from behind with a flag thrown. First down, Washington. Isaiah Oliver over there, and that's when the flag came in. That's a 24-yard catch and run.
That's a heck of a move by Will McDonald here to take a shot on Driscoll. They may be calling this one. I hope not, because I thought this was a clean hit. It's a great throw by Driscoll and catch, and a missed tackle on the outside for the extra yards. But, man, that's what you want to see.
There were 2 fouls on the play. Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 99. Also personal foul, illegal blindside block, offense number 85. Those fouls offset. Replay 3rd down.
So that's Cole Turner called on the illegal block that's going to bring this play back. Looked like Washington was going to be in business with another first down. That's a win for the Jets in the wash.
And you see Jermaine Johnson there. He's telling them, spread your arms out. So you don't want to see, here's the blindside block, obviously, it's going to come back right there. And, man, that's close just because it's so quick when it happens, and he was engaging another player. But for Will McDonald, they're probably seeing him drive the quarterback to the ground. In my opinion, that's just not quite what that is. But Jermaine Johnson say, throw your arms out so it looks like you're not applying extra pressure. I think that was a heck of a move, though, by 99.
Timeout taken. Key was trying to get off the field for the Jets with 12 men. McDonald still upset at himself. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 for Washington after the offsetting penalties. We're down to 1:17 to go in this opening quarter.
And I know Will McDonald's not in there right now, but if I'm Robert Saleh, quietly inside, internally, I'm thinking, man, that was a heck of a job, but they'll clean that other stuff up.
On 3rd and 2, stop and go. McNichols has enough. It is a first down for the Commanders as Braden McGregor, undrafted rookie free agent from Michigan, was in on the stop.
Yeah, really good talk with Joe D about him. Really showing some flash. Again, really been productive with some of their undrafted guys that come in and really buy into the system and understand and pick it up so that they can play to their talent level.
New running back for Washington, it's Chris Rodriguez Jr. out of Kentucky. Driscoll, underneath throw, handled by Ben Sinnott. Rookie tight end from Kansas State, 2nd-round pick. And it's a modest gain, 1 yard on the play with 30 seconds to go. Surratt with the stop. Line of scrimmage is now the 40. They do not have to snap it here. There's a 1.5-second difference from the game clock to the play clock, but looks like they're going to line up and make a go of it or try to get the Jets offside. 2nd and 9. They snap it, and that was not a wise decision. Rodriguez gets swallowed up on the play by Leonard Taylor III.
You talked about him. He's caught the eyes of the Jets, and again, making plays in the backfield, doing those things that really shine is really going to pick the coach up, and it's a heck of a job beating the defender and bringing the running back to the ground.
On CBS this fall, Academy Award winner Kathy Bates stars as Matlock. Don't miss the sneak peek premiere of the new series Sunday, September 22nd on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Start of the second quarter here at MetLife Stadium. Preseason opener for the Jets and the Washington Commanders. Ian Eagle, Anthony Beck, Otis Livingston, Caroline Hendershot, Jets team reporter joining us as well this afternoon. 3rd and 13 for Washington with Driscoll out of the gun. Driscoll looking for it downfield, up in the air, and knocked away. Zacchaeus in a matchup with Bernard Converse, and the Jets win out on that battle.
I like what I see out of Bernard Converse early in this football game. Now, he got beat down the sidelines early on, but was in really good position. But what he did here is, again, find the football, all right? One thing as a coach you hate seeing, don't look for the football. He finds it, doesn't worry about the receiver, goes up, makes a play on the football. It's a heck of a job by him and a heck of a start by him early in this football game.
11-year pro Tress Way now wearing number 10. He steps aside to give Jaden Daniels number 5. Way is trying to place this one inside the 10. Corley moves forward. It bounces at the 9, takes a Jets roll, and finally touched at the 19-yard line by Washington. So the Jets catch a break. Officials get in between a couple of players at the end of that play. Ball will be spotted just short of the 20-yard line for Robert Saleh and the Jets. Time to send it downstairs, and Otis Livingston.
All right, I am down here with Quincy Williams. And Quincy, how's training camp going so far for you and that defense?
It's going great, man. We're getting a chance to connect and things like that. Man, it's been amazing just keeping the standard, and then taking it to that next level.
Speaking of the standard, 1 year we talked, and you talked about keeping the main thing.
Agent Zero right there.
What's that?
Agent Zero. I am excited to see that one play.
Oh, yeah, he's a big back. You talked about keeping the main thing, and then there was standing on business. What's the mantra for the defense this year?
Keeping the standard, man, and taking it to that next level, man. Being on the same page as far as, like, focusing on each other, being the best that we can be every single day, just taking it day by day.
Another year here with the Jets, that means another year with your brother.
Yeah.
Do you have to pinch yourself? I mean, I know you realize that you guys play together, but I'm sure when you were growing up, you both wanted to get to the NFL and dreamed about playing together. Now it's just a reality. So many years here. What does it mean to you?
Man, it means a lot, bro. It's amazing. Every single day we wake up, talk about it and stuff like that, and then actually getting to do different things together. Man, it's amazing for real.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. All the best this season, man. Yep. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Otis. Quincy Williams, now a 6-year veteran, and has become a dependable player at that linebacker spot. Of course, his brother Quinnen, a Pro Bowl player for the Jets each of the last 2 years. 2nd down and 6. A couple of good runs there from Braylon Allen, the rookie out of Wisconsin. It's Allen again. 1st down. Long strides for Allen. Bang down inside the 35. This is what they envisioned. 24 yards on the rip. Big back with terrific vision.
Yeah, watch the guard come around, make a nice cut. But, man, you get Allen on the edge. I mean, these are the things like you talk about that he can do. He's got speed. Yeah, he can mash it and be strong. But, man, he can run outside zone. He can get on the outside with speed. And who's going to be a guy that's going to step in front of that after a 10-yard head start? That's a problem. And you see him tapping his head. He needs to come out after 3 big runs in this series.
1st down at the 35-yard line for New York. Jets are on the move. Pitch it. Another rookie, Isaiah Davis, and he's bottled up after a gain of 1. New quarterback, number 14, Richard Todd for the Jets. No, Andrew Peasley. He's the rookie out of Wyoming, transferred from Utah State. Had 1,991 yards through the air, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions last season for the Cowboys, 419 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground. Second down and 9 inside the 35. Toss it. Davis. It's a loss on the play for Davis. Loss of 2 as Quan Martin, second-year defensive back from Illinois, was over there. A slip there by Davis just threw the timing off.
Yeah, again, Davis, exceptional college career at the FCS level at South Dakota State. Close to 1,800 yards. This guy can run. He's got quickness. Again, a guy that can return the football as well. We saw him on kickoff returns. He's going to be in the back area as well. And a guy that really liked this running back room is loaded as far as young players that have a lot of talent.
Davis had 18 touchdowns for the Jackrabbits last season. Peasley connects. Davis after the catch inside the 15.
Out of the backfield, it's an angle route. Fake left, come back inside. Good job avoiding the tackle there. He's got excellent hands. You know, he's got a new running back coach of the Jets through this year, coached receivers for 10 years and running backs for the last few with Derrick Henry coming from Tennessee. They love to see that. They're excited about the backs catching the ball out of the backfield this year.
So that one covers 24 yards. Jets knocking on the door now in the second quarter. The rookie QB, Peasley, floats it up. Touchdown, Brownlee. Jets are on the board. Perfectly placed by Peasley.
Not a lot of room for error here. Look at how he drops that in. Brownlee, a heck of a job just tracking the football, but also getting his feet. See the ball catch, left foot, right foot right there. It's a nice job by the rookie quarterback Peasley, man. Impressive throw and an impressive catch. And finally, the Jets get on the board.
Brownlee's got great wingspan, so there's confidence that if you put it up there, he can make a play on the ball. Obviously, that throw takes a lot of touch, the loft on the fade route. And Greg Zuerlein is on for the extra point. We are all even at 7. 10:32 to go in this first half. It's Peasley to Brownlee for the Jets' first touchdown of the preseason. Back after this.
Son.
Time to take a look at the Audi scoring drive. The Jets go 7 plays, 80 yards, 4 minutes and 12 seconds. The touchdown, Peasley connects with Brownlee, 12 yards. And we're all tied up. Kickoff from Zuerlein. Trying to place this one and will at the 8. It is Pringle, the former Chief and Bear, and he's tossed down at the 34-yard line. Our time right now to send it downstairs. Jets team reporter Caroline Hendershot, part of our broadcast group here this afternoon. Caroline.
Yeah, Ian, cornerback Quantez Stiggers has had one of the most incredible journeys to the NFL. After he gave up playing football at Lane College because of his dad's tragic passing, he later returned to fan-controlled football league, which got him discovered by the CFL Toronto Argonauts. He then became the first DB in 25 years to win the CFL Rookie of the Year award. Since being drafted, he's obviously had an immediate impact with the Jets, and I talked to him this morning after he got off the bus, and he said he was really emotional as he rode the bus to the stadium this morning. He even shed a tear. He knows his father's going to be with him every play today, and at the end of the day, he's just going to play his style of football.
And Caroline, he's 22 years old. It's a reminder that every journey is unique. There is no set way of how to get here, and while his was circuitous, he's here now. Driscoll's throw is offline. Chris Rodriguez Jr., the intended receiver. Jarek Bernard Converse once again involved in the action.
And Robert Saleh talked about him as a guy that could be a starter in this league. He's got all the skill sets that he needs. The interceptions were high coming out of the CFL, but man, the journey and the path that Caroline just spoke about, it really is incredible because it's such a hard place to get in. Even if you do it right and go to college and do it the right way, his journey is spectacular.
He was the most outstanding rookie with Toronto in the CFL. Driscoll gets rid of it and hits his man at midfield. So that's some savviness from Driscoll, knowing that the time was limited, and he connects with Brown for the first down. Pressure from Clemens.
Stinger slips a little bit. Clemens, huge shot on Driscoll, but got the ball out, and you could see Stigers there just clapping his hands knowing that he slipped. He could have been on that point. Can't slip, though, right? That's part of it. Got to have good balance to attack the football.
Brown having a good day. Second catch, 55 yards. It's going to be Kashmir Allen. Flagged down as he worked that sideline and went airborne. Allen in his second year from UCLA, using a gadget play with a wide receiver. He's 5'8", 176.
During the run, holding, offense number 64, 10-yard penalty. That's first down.
That is Mason Brooks, backup guard, who is called for the hold. If you're just joining us, we're expecting to see course record with Michael Breed. You can watch that and other PGA golf programming right now on New York 55. 1 o'clock. That feels more like an NFL time. That
Up your alley,
noon
right?
start was a little different when the alarm clock hits. But Robert Saleh said he was trying to get his guys into a good rhythm, felt that a Saturday afternoon game would continue what they've been building through training camp. It is Driscoll himself stumbling out near the first down marker, just a bit shy for Washington.
The Jets lost edge contain there. A backer didn't scrape. You got a DB, a corner on the outside that gets blocked by a bigger offensive player, and you got a quarterback. All these quarterbacks for the Commanders can run, obviously. Driscoll's done that for a long time, something that Old Brick will definitely bring up in the meetings this week.
Yeah, terrific athlete. He was drafted in Major League Baseball as well. Handoff, good cut there by Rodriguez to get Washington a new set of downs. That's a 4-yard gain, hit by Stigers on the play. Driscoll has been with Cincinnati, Detroit, New Orleans, Denver, Arizona, Cleveland. He's been around the block. Remember, he was a huge recruit coming out of high school, went to Florida, and then eventually got a lot more playing time when he transferred to Louisiana Tech, 6th-round pick in 2016. Driscoll passes on the money, but McNichols takes a hit on the play, although Surratt may have taken the brunt of it. Surratt is down after the 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, big collision here. Similar route that the Jets ran with their back on an angle route, and you see that collision shoulder to shoulder. Doesn't look like their helmets hit, but you never know when you get close in that area.
So they're checking on the linebacker. Chaz Surratt will step aside here in the second. Start him young. Get him into football. Get him ready. Put a bow on him. It's preseason. Anything goes. 2nd and 2 for Washington. Surratt got up on his own. Rodriguez gets hit behind the line of scrimmage by Stigers, pressing the line. It's a loss of 1.
Yeah, nice job off the edge. A little cat there with a tight receiver. That's an automatic alert, and it's read well by Stigers here. And again, going low, big back underneath, understands that. Not just a guy that can make interceptions, can make the tackles. I've talked about it earlier. The secondary has been very sound, tackling defenders so far in this game.
With Surratt now on the sideline, Aguavin is in. 6-year veteran. 3rd and 3. Driscoll steps up. Driscoll avoids the rush, and he runs for the first down. Good awareness from Driscoll with Zaire Barnes over there to make the stop. A gain of 4.
Good pressure. The reason why quarterbacks run around is because they got pressure. Unfortunately, there's nobody there. And Driscoll, I'll tell you, makes a guy miss. Still got a little bit in him and protects himself going down to move the sticks.
So line of scrimmage is now inside the 30-yard line. We're down to 6.5 to go in the second quarter, tied at 7. Shotgun. Driscoll on a line, bobbled and handled by Dotson. Washington feels good about the wide receiver room with the likes of Dotson and McLaurin, De'Ami Brown. You've got the rookie Luke McCaffrey, younger brother of Christian. Pringle, Zacchaeus, Jamison Crowder, former Jet, also part of the group. Second down and 3 from the 20. It's a running play. Rodriguez can't turn the corner. The Jets prepared. Barnes helping on the play with Bernard Converse, the initial stick. No gain.
Yeah. Bernard Converse been busy here, coming off hard on the edge, blows up the wide receiver, and now in a good spot to make that tackle. Again, it's getting a lot of action in pass coverage and also in the run game.
Driscoll's been very good on third down here when he took over the quarterback duties. Washington as a whole is 6 of 8 on third down. This is the 12th play of the drive. Driscoll upstairs. Incomplete. Dotson looking for a flag. Bernard Converse the coverage.
May have been a hold there, prior to, we'll watch it. But again, Bernard Converse done a nice job so far in this game. Slight tug. It looked like he was falling forward prior to that, but he did tug the jersey. It wasn't called. Hey, it's good coverage, Ian. That's what we call it. Coach is happy. Bernard Converse is happy, and they're going to force a field goal.
So Washington looking to break the tie here. It is Riley Patterson now getting an opportunity. It had been Ahmed. Patterson, who's kicked with Detroit, Jacksonville, and Cleveland. 39-yarder. Off the post. No good. The doink. Preseason doinks are rough. Just trying to squeeze this one through. No points. Second quarter action, preseason opener for the Jets and the Washington Commanders. Missed field goal there by Patterson. Gives the Jets the football at their own 29-yard line. So Tyrod Taylor for a couple of series. Then Andrew Peasley steps in at quarterback, leads them down the field for a touchdown. Peasley remains in there. Handoff to Isaiah Davis. And he'll pick up 2 yards on first down.
Braylon Allen does a heck of a job. Started off the drive right here, and then catching the ball. Another running back, Isaiah Davis, showing his hands. And then how about the accuracy here by the quarterback, Peasley, a rookie from Wyoming, throwing it to Brownlee. It's a nice confidence builder, and clearly for a quarterback, that's what it's about. Getting the ball, getting guys catching it. Now you feel a little confident. Let's see how he does on this second drive.
Carter Warren is in there at tackle. Newman remains in there. Glazer's in there. Laval on the offensive line. Breaking a tackle is Isaiah Davis. He'll come up just short of the first down. Couple of FCS national titles at South Dakota State. You mentioned the big numbers as a member of the Jackrabbits, taken in the 5th round. The Missouri Valley Conference co-offensive player of the year. So they take Braylon Allen in the 4th round, running back from Wisconsin. They back it up with another running back in the 5th round, Isaiah Davis. Where does that leave Izzy Abanikanda? We don't know. That's going to be part of the storyline here in the preseason. A 5th round pick out of Pitt last year. They needed just a yard. They're not going to get it. Spun down. Peasley couldn't break away from Jerzon Newton for Washington.
And probably didn't read that right. If the end comes down and crashes, that's when you pull. End goes up the field. All right, you got to make sure you hand that ball off to the back, and that's what I think that's Nathaniel Hackett down there. Yeah, he's talking to him right now and getting that corrected.
So it's Thomas Morstead punting it away. Washington has Davian Davis standing at his own 18. Morstead, that kick moved forward on Davis quickly. He adjusted, and the fair catch brought in just across the 30-yard line for Washington. Hey, get all the news you need to plan your day on CBS News New York. Wake up with Chris Raggi, Mary Calvi, John Elliott, and Tony Sadiku. Weekday morning starting at 4:30 on CBS New York. .311 to go on a beautiful summer afternoon. Temperature hitting the mid-80s here in East Rutherford. Aaron Rodgers, no action today. Not expected to see any action next week against Carolina. The door is open just a bit, potentially, for the third preseason game against the Giants. Wide open downfield, Ben Sinnott. They're very high on Sinnott, and you could see why. Carrying tacklers with him. Huge play for Washington out near the 20-yard line of New York. It covers 44 yards. Driscoll once again on the money.
Yeah, Sinnott, again, they're just running four or inside go routes, and you put a strain on the middle safety. And the back leads them to the left, tricked them, then comes back to the right. And Sinnott, yeah, he had a heck of a career at Kansas State. Really good, productive tight end there. And, again, getting him up the middle, that's what he's done for a while in the college game.
So Washington on the move here, running play to Rodriguez. And he spun down just across the line of scrimmage, gain of about a yard and a half. Combination of Smart and Holmes in on that stop. Jets made some decisions on the defensive line. Bryce Huff signed a big contract with Philadelphia, pass rushing specialist, 3 years, $51 million. They traded Jonathan Franklin Myers to Denver. And all of this was with the idea of Hassan Reddick coming in and providing pop on the edge. Not a part of it right now because of the contract holdout. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter, tied at 7-7. All tied up, late stages of this first half. Coming up, MetLife halftime report. We'll take you to our studio for an update. Plus, Otis Livingston, Caroline Hendershot. They'll be back with storylines from training camp. It's all coming up on the MetLife halftime report. Ball at the 20-yard line for Washington. Commanders had a chance to take the lead, missed the field goal. Now facing a 2nd down and 9. Driscoll at quarterback, Rodriguez at running back. Delay, Rodriguez. And he's brought down, and that is Surratt, who is back in there for the Jets. Surratt had to leave earlier in this quarter after a big hit, but back on the field for New York.
Yeah, it looks like just kind of a little shoulder-to-shoulder hit, and get a lot of that linebacker position. Also, Tenzel Smart doing a nice job wrapping around, getting early into that contact as well. He's a guy that's been here for multiple camps, always has played well in preseason, waiting and trying to stick on long-term with the Jets.
So now a 3rd down and 9. Down to 1:22 to go in this first half. Driscoll sets. Rainbow. Incomplete. He was looking for Mitchell Tinsley, 2nd-year wideout from Penn State. And Jarek Bernard-Converse, he has been tested quite a bit here this afternoon.
Really has. Man-to-man across the board. Good job. He's got his head around. Doesn't grab or pull when he gets to the receiver. Tracks his arms and puts his arm up to try to knock the ball away, but in good position to make a play, and he does.
Ramiz Ahmed will come on for the field goal attempt. 2 kickers currently on this Washington roster. Doesn't mean that either one of these guys will make the team. There could be a kicker that comes by on the waiver wire that they're more interested in. 40-yarder is good. And the Commanders go in front. 10-7. So now Washington is going to kick it off. Gives us an opportunity to talk through this new dynamic kickoff. Kicker at the 35-yard line. Rest of the kickoff team lined up, receiving team's 40-yard line. 9 to 10 receiving players in the setup zone. No movement allowed until the ball is caught or hits the landing zone. Any kick hitting that landing zone must be returned or down. Then the ball goes to the 20. We saw it earlier. It goes through the back of the end zone. It's out to the 30-yard line. If it's out of bounds or short of the landing zone, it would go out to the 40-yard line. You mentioned it. You coached this up back in the XFL days. What was your approach, or what did you learn as you worked through the system of it.
You know, I was kind of like a lot of coaches not real sure, but as we went into the season, you start seeing ways to do pullers, pins, wraps, and different things similar to running plays in an offense. I think the biggest thing is for these guys that are blockers, it's one-on-one, mano-a-mano. You got to find a way to stay and lock onto your guy for an extended period of time. That's not common for linebackers and DBs to do. It's a running play where you see tight ends and sometimes those offensive linemen. So finding the right bodies to play those positions, I think it's going to be exciting now. Once these special teams coaches do the plays and start really scheming this thing up, it's going to look a lot better for them as the season goes on.
And similar to what you see on offense, usually in the preseason, pretty vanilla. You're not going to give a whole lot away to upcoming opponents. I would assume it's very similar with this return. Teams are not going to divulge their philosophy. They'll try some things, but not necessarily show you their hand.
I think they want to find the right bodies to play the positions that can do it best, so that when they start scheming up, all right, yeah, this linebacker, whoever those guys may be, may see some starters do it, and who the returners are going to be. Is it a receiver? Is it going to be a running back? Those are the things you can kind of learn in preseason, but you're right, very vanilla.
Dump off to Isaiah Davis to open up this drive. Covers 3 yards out of bounds with 1:03 remaining in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage is now the 33. So Davis has seen a lot of action. We saw a bunch of Braylon Allen earlier. Jets also just signed Deion Jackson, running back formerly with Indianapolis, Cleveland, and the Giants. They have Xavier Valladay on the roster as well. This play whistled dead. Flag thrown. Carter Warren.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense number 67. 5-yard penalty. It's second down.
He's the second-year tackle from Pitt. Fourth-round pick in 2023. Brings a 7-foot wingspan at 6'5", 323. False start.
A little early to go there. This is a good situation to be in. We talk about players in two-minute situations. It's a nice situation for Robert Saleh as well. Got a couple timeouts. If he can get some things going on offense, he gets to utilize some of those situations, calling timeouts, making sure he can manage something to potentially score on this final drive.
Corley on the field. The wide receiver, Zach Kuntz, the big tight end, on the field. That's an underneath throw, and Davis breaks one tackle, but that second wave for Washington was ready for him. Limit him to a 4-yard pickup. Timeout called. 55 seconds on the clock. So Washington uses the timeout with a chance to get the football back and run some of their stuff at the end of the quarter, end of the half. It's going to be third down for the Jets. Jets only had 18 offensive touchdowns in 2023. That was the lowest number in the NFL. There was so much pressure on this defense week in and week out. Obviously, the hope for New York is now to find some more balance. That just wasn't the case, as the Jets were in a lot of games, finished the season 7-10, but didn't have enough juice on the offensive end.
I expect that number to double. You know, I mean, it's got to, right? On paper, this offense is poised to be really good.
3rd and 9. Tight window to Kuntz. And the ball still free and alive for Corley. So the Jets feel as if they've got the first down. And the officials are placing the ball across the 45. So this is Kuntz about to go down, loses it, and Corley, Johnny on the spot.
Well, I think the question is it a complete catch? And if it's not, did Malachi Corley catch it before it hit the ground as they look at this thing?
So that's exactly what the officials are huddling up about right now. The advancement of a fumble.
I don't know if that's a completed catch for Kuntz, but looks like.
Yeah, I don't think that ball hit the ground. It never did.
So it looks like Corley snags it. Johnny on the spot. It's a heck of a job. Can we see a tip of a ball here as it pops out?
He's there.
Oh, man, that's close. That's close. It looks like he dragged a finger. Hard to hear there what the officials are saying, but I think it's going to stand as a Corley catch.
So the ball is placed at the 46-yard line. So it is considered a clean catch. Official was pointing in the Jets' direction.
And Jets called a timeout as well, which stopped the clock. So in a good situation here.
So they will have a new set of downs here with 49 seconds to go. Peasley sets and throws, laying out, incomplete. Corley could not haul it in. That is the first incompletion of the day for the rookie Andrew Peasley, who is now 5 of 6.
I like the ball placement there. Corley has to make a tough catch going to the ground. But again, giving your receiver a chance to catch the football there, it still stops the clock, though, so they get that opportunity with 44 seconds to continue to drive.
2nd and 10 for New York. Andrew Peasley getting a lot of reps here today. That one hits Corley. 9-yard pickup to the 45. Timeout taken. 38 seconds on the clock. So that's a yard short.
New York
Jets
calls
trailing
their
Washington
third and final
10-7.
timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
So Aaron Rodgers has had that headset on throughout, trying to help out any way he can, initially with Tyrod Taylor, then Andrew Peasley. Jordan Travis, the rookie out of Florida State, on the roster, still recovering from the broken leg he suffered. ACC Player of the Year for the Seminoles. And they have another quarterback with Adrian Martinez getting signed out of the UFL. Line drive throw. It is Peasley to Corley for a first down. Now they have to hurry. Jets are out of timeouts. We're down to 25 seconds left. They get the first down. Peasley gets rid of it. Releasing is Davis. And he's brought down along the sideline. 17 seconds on the clock.
These are good moments for quarterbacks. You know, I always like to spike the ball, Ian, after you have no timeouts. You get a quick first down. Just say, you know what, boom, spike it.
Just to exhale.
Just to exhale, stop the clock, and get a good play, because they got into that next play. It's just a little dump off. Yeah, they got out of bounds, but you know, it took 8 or 9 seconds off the clock there. And again, he's young. How many 2-minute drills has Peasley taken? 0.
So the question there was whether or not Corley got out of bounds. And that's what they're reviewing. They stopped the clock at 17, so everybody stopped. Washington indicated that he did not get out of bounds, and they wanted the clock to continue to roll.
Tough to see if his knee hit there from that angle, but he looks like he's going out of bounds. I mean, I hate the fact that we review those in the preseason, but you'll probably get to see if the knee there.
But that also plays to your point that because everything was sped up, you felt rushed. Instead of spiking the ball and maybe resetting and getting everybody on the same page. That's a small, subtle thing that could take some more clock off for the Jets.
And I've had multiple conversations with my offensive coordinator. We're always fighting, like, oh, let's just get up there. We got him off tilt, you know. But again, it's like, I'd rather have the best play ready to go, and let's execute it on our end, instead of potentially here where we got a review on whether the guy's in or out of bounds to stop the clock right before the half. Brandon
Cruz in his 3rd year with the NFL. Worked in the Big 12. Actually worked the national championship game in 2021, Ohio State, Alabama. So the call on the field was the Jets were out of bounds. That stopped the clock.
After reviewing the play, the runner was down in bounds. Therefore, by rule, the clock is reset to that point, and there's a 10-second run out. Clock will be set from 18 seconds, ran down to 8 seconds. Then the clock will start on my ready for play signal.
Yeah, that's a crusher. So that changes everything now. If you're the Jets, you were hoping to operate with a few plays potentially. They have no timeouts left. It's down to 8 seconds left. They would consider possibly just spiking the ball here and then making a decision after that, as opposed to
Or a quick out on the outside, knowing they can get out of
Possibly.
bounds. How many times has he run this, though? He hasn't had a 2-minute drill probably in practice, so just being on the same page.
Right now they're looking at a 57-yard field goal attempt. So see what the philosophy is here for Peasley. It will be the spike. But it went from 8 seconds to 3 seconds. And now Zuerlein's going to trot onto the field. So you're a kicker like Zuerlein. You've got the reputation for having the leg. Career long of 61. These are still moments. It's interesting. We talked to Tyrod Taylor, who's been doing this for a long time. Hey, what are you looking for in the preseason? What do you try to do? He said, hey, you still got to go out there with your pride.
No question.
This is your reputation. This is what you've worked for. We'll call it 56 yards. Zuerlein. Greg, the leg lives in preseason. The Jets get points as time expires at the end of the first half. Tied at 10. The Jets in Washington. Legatron makes it look so easy. Halftime. Coming up, MetLife halftime report. Coming up. But hey, Anthony, we want to do something with you. We just don't want you to wear a tie, okay? We want you to do the sponsor, no
Taking
tie.
your love away. I'm sorry.
We don't want Ian involved.
You're the man. I appreciate that. And there it is. Look at that.
Yeah,
Cool
Anthony
comms.
Beck. It's summertime. It's Gym Tan Laundry for Anthony Beck in the summer. Looking good. Second half now, ready to go. We know that with Robert Saleh, the focus is we might have backups in there. We might have third stringers in there. They've talked about the standard. They've talked about a certain mentality. And even in games that in the grand scheme will never be remembered, will never necessarily be looked at again, you still want to put good stuff on film.
Yeah, and it's such a vanilla offensive defensive game plan. They want to see, like, can these guys handle just the basic stuff? Because once you get into the season and you're called to be an accountable player, you're going to have a lot on your docket to remember, calls, different wrinkles like that. So doing the easy things very well is going to be big for these guys to do in the preseason.
This is returnable from Codrington, and he gets driven backwards on the play. So as the Jets make a change in the return game with Brandon Codrington, the rookie out of NC Central, we're going to see a little bit more of Andrew Peasley at QB to open up this second half. Talked at length about Aaron Rodgers and what he means to this team. It just, from a sheer numbers standpoint, the Jets have not had a 4,000-yard passer since Joe Namath in 1967. Played only 14 games that year when the schedule was still at 14, but that just gives you a little taste of what the Jets have needed from that spot, trying to become a dynamic offense once again as Abanikanda gets the call. Izzy Abanikanda, the Brooklyn native, picks up 4 yards on the first play from scrimmage in the second half.
And Izzy's a guy, you talk about all these running backs, he's actually had a really productive camp. So, again, just finding your groove, finding your place. And we talked about special teams. He's going to get a lot of reps there. Showing your value for the football team is going to be huge.
Second down and 6. Feed it to Abanikanda again. He falls forward and gets a yard. So third down right out of the gates here in the third quarter. Jets will rely on Breece Hall as their main running back once again. They feel like he is an electric talent that has a chance with Aaron Rodgers in there to not only hurt you on the ground, but we've seen what he has as a receiver as well, and that chemistry will be so key with Rodgers and Hall moving forward. Third down and 5. Peasley. Incomplete. A matchup along the sideline with Lance McCutcheon, second-year wideout from Montana State. couldn't haul it in. The call from Nathaniel Hackett, the offensive coordinator, and the Jets go 3 and out.
Yeah, you try the work, with the receivers, the young players, as much as you can. They don't get a lot of reps. That's a perfect example where you're try to get the football behind the receiver. Peasley can't really get that target down. McCutcheon's not in a spot to catch it, and again, come up short on that opportunity.
Not much of a rush. Morstead high in the air, handled at the 24-yard line. A 52-yard kick, and Davian Davis is brought down short of the 35 with a penalty marker on the play.
During the return, illegal block in the back, receiving team number 26. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's first down Washington, timeout on the field.
Tariq Castro Fields, backup defensive back, with the penalty. There's a new QB alert for Washington. The rookie Sam Hartman out of Notre Dame. Initially with Wake Forest, had a prolific career there and then capped it off with a strong season for the Fighting Irish. 134 career touchdowns collegiately. Take over, 1st and 10 at the 18. Hartman on the move. Completed pass to McCaffrey, who gets popped on the play by Monroe. Check in with Otis Livingston.
All right, I walked off with head coach Robert Saleh at halftime, and he said that he was impressed with both sides of the football. He said he was so happy with the physicality of the offense that resulted in Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis getting big chunks of yards. He said on defense he was happy that Jarek Bernard-Converse was able to respond. Remember, he gave up that touchdown early, but later in the first half, he was able to break up some passes and be there in the red zone. So he was happy with that, guys.
All right, Otis. Bruce Hector makes the play on Michael Wiley. And it was Zaire Barnes who lost his helmet. You asked Coach Saleh, even for himself, the self-scouting.
For a virtual line-to-gain measurement.
Oh, we're going to get a virtual line-to-gain measurement. Stop everything.
You got time to talk. Let's talk about it.
I had a story, and now I want to lock in on the virtual line-to-gain. Well, just to finish off with Saleh, you asked him, even for yourself, what have you learned? What did you take away from last year, moving into this year? And he said, you just try to get rid of things that waste your time as a head coach. And he realized that messaging is not as important as just coaching football and figuring out the priorities and how to make sure you're doing the right stuff consistently to get the most out of your team. Virtual measurement was quicker and short.
Love it.
So I had a 13-second story that worked.
I told you got time.
3rd down and 1 here for Washington. Pistol formation. Wiley needs a yard. And Wiley gets there. Forward progress appeared to be right at the line to gain. Jalen Key among those there for the Jets, and that is going to be enough. 1st down.
Yeah, Takk McKinley has a chance in the backfield here, just can't get around it. And then he kind of gets butted up right behind the 6. That's close. I mean, it's a pretty generous spot as I look at it in that picture, but enough to get the 1st down.
McKinley, former 1st-round pick, 26th overall in 2017. He's bounced around with Atlanta, Las Vegas, Cleveland, and the Rams. In the pocket, Hartman delivers. Sinnott with a stiff arm and a 1st down after the catch, creating 13 yards. That'll move the chains for the Commanders.
Again, a good job by the defensive line getting up there and into his face. McGregor, number 91, but Hartman good. He understands, hey, where are my outlets here? Tight ends are usually good guys to throw to when that pressure comes in those right spots. That was the outlet player on that play, and he's able to get it completed.
Hartman on a give. Running play is to Wiley. And Wiley takes it inside across the 45-yard line, hit by Trey Swilling, along with Marcelino McCrary-Ball, 2nd-year linebacker from Indiana. Swilling out of Georgia Tech, formerly with the San Francisco 49ers. 2nd down and 3. Shotgun. Another run. Wiley. Good enough for a first down. Needed 3, got 4.
And coming out of the half, what I was talking about with first and second level play versus the run is exactly what you saw in that last run is, defensive linemen have to get off blocks. Linebacker makes a lot of DBs making tackles right now in the run game. Those, quite frankly, aren't the guys you want making those plays in versus the run.
Eric Watts is in there. Hartman downfield. Incomplete. So Bryson Tremaine was trying to get the step on Trey Swilling. Tremaine felt that he was being knocked off his route by the body of Swilling. No call on the play. Second down and 10 from the 49.
I'm just impressed by locating football, turning the head back by all these defensive players right now. Very well coached. It's one of my pet peeves as I watch DBs, as I coach them under me and watch them in the league. Young guys, they don't do it right. Every one of these guys have gotten their head around.
Hartman, wide open connection made with 2 flags down. Cole Turner with the catch. If it stands, it's good enough for a first down. It's not going to stand.
May have pushed off the defender.
Pass interference, offense, number 85, 10-yard penalty. It's second down.
So Brandon Cruz, the umpire, but the acting referee here, stepping in, getting an opportunity as a part of Carl Sheffer's crew. So this one coming back, and they will march it back after the offensive pass interference. Dan Quinn, local guy, Morristown, New Jersey, actually played for the Colonials, Morristown High School. Then played defensive line at Salisbury in Maryland before embarking on his coaching career. First college ranks, William & Mary, VMI, Hofstra, eventually San Francisco, Miami, the Jets, Seattle, and Dallas. Throw from Hartman, and he hits his man. It's Tremaine at the 43-yard line in Jets territory. Jalen Key coming over to make the hit.
A little off target high, and Key comes out and makes a big hit on him. But again, long target there from the receiver to really extend him in that reach. He's a 6'4", 212 receiver. Hey, you put it in his area, go get the football. It's a nice catch.
Third down and 4 for Washington. We'll hit the 9-minute mark of this third quarter. Hartman hooks a pass through the hands of the intended target. Trey Swilling in coverage for the Jets. And it was Tremaine once again who Hartman was trying to work the ball to.
Yeah, a couple nice snaps by Swilling here. Had a knockdown earlier, gets another opportunity on 3rd and short. Sometimes that cushion, you got to be alert to read and react when the quarterback makes his throw out to the receiver and attack the football. It's a nice job being there on contact and making that difficult for the receiver to make a catch.
So it's Tress Way punting once again for Washington. Return man is Isaiah Davis at the 10. And Davis did not fair catch it. Gets pummeled just as he touched the football. 36-yard punt, well placed. Cole Turner with a hit. Tied at 10. Members of the Girls Flag Football League from several local high schools faced off in a scrimmage this past season. Over 100 high schools from New Jersey, Long Island, and the Hudson Valley participated in the league. Great to see the game grow. New quarterback, it's Adrian Martinez for New York, and his first pass is incomplete. Tried to hum that one in there to Lance McCutcheon. Martinez transferred from Nebraska to Kansas State, the UFL MVP and the championship MVP as well.
Yeah, disappointing. I took a loss from Adrian Martinez.
Sorry.
He did. It was a heck of a game, though. We took it all the way down in the fourth quarter, but he really shined as a passer too. Really known for his movement skills, but really was able to enhance himself as a passer throughout the season, and learned a lot. He's getting his opportunity.
Good run. Abanikanda flagged down. So Martinez mentioned it. Birmingham Stallions wins the title and the league and championship MVP in the process. This ball's coming back after the holding call, so that will negate the Abanikanda rip, and back to the 4-yard line for New York. So Martinez getting an opportunity. We mentioned the injury to the rookie Jordan Travis coming back from the broken leg. Needed another QB on the roster for moments like this. Out of the end zone. Check it down. Abanikanda. Forward progress is going to get him to the 11. It's a gain of 7.
And what he's been known for in college, it really showed in the UFL season that really made him just tough to defend is third down and long using his legs. I mean, he just killed teams getting those first downs, those extra yards, and that's part of his game now. He wants to be a passer. He proved he could be a much formidable passer with his play, but man, he is a dangerous quarterback with his legs in these situations.
Changes on the offensive line for the Jets. Willie Tyler is now in, rookie out of Louisville. Not connected to the ventriloquist that I know of. 3rd and 7. And he nailed it. AB, you mentioned that's what Martinez is known for. 3rd down. He recognizes he's got an opportunity. Go out, get the first down with his legs. 11 yards.
Yeah, this is, I'm telling you now, it drives defensive coordinators crazy. You bite my nails off watching him do it, but I mean, this is what he brings to the table. And, you know, those 3rd down and longs aren't a problem sometimes. When you're pass rushing, you want to go in coverage or you go man-to-man, that's going to be a problem too because your back's to him. So, again, just a lot to bring to the table, but again, showing that he can bring multiple facets to his game.
Austin Deculus is also in there now on the offensive line for New York. New set of downs. Give. Abanikanda tried to cut it back. And Washington prepared. No gain on the play. So 2nd and long now for New York. We're down to 6:40 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Seeing tight end Lincoln Sefcik for the first time. Rookie out of South Alabama. So Jets are shuffling in some new players in the second half of the preseason opener.
Alignment, assignment, knowing where to be, right? That's the main thing. Can you get lined up in the right spot and just show you can be where you need to be? Always toughest for the receivers that don't get a lot of reps during the week.
Pitch it. Abanikanda sheds one tackler and then falls forward across the 25-yard line for New York. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Jets ground attack brought to you by Kia. Last season, just under 97 rushing yards per game. Obviously, they just did not have much of a passing attack, so teams could really load up against the run. Jets believe that with Breece Hall and now this combination of some other options in the backfield that you're going to see those ranking numbers climb.
Yeah, you just said it. A-Rod comes back. It just changes. And Breece Hall is going to find himself in some favorable boxes where he's going to get the football. And, again, that's where he's best, making people miss, getting in space, and really create damage.
Plenty of time for Martinez. Checks it down, and Sefcik could not break away from the linebacker, Anthony Pittman. 6-year veteran. It's a loss of 2 on the play. The Jets will punt with just about 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. So it's Thomas Morstead. With Davian Davis, the deep man, standing at the 27 for Washington. Spiraling kick. Davis works it across the 35. Couldn't keep upright as he tripped. Certainly felt like a fair catch. This motion right here, but
got that from Iowa.
Yeah, a little rope-a-dope.
See you Sunday.
16 everyday Americans face off in an epic climb up a treacherous mountain for the chance to win $1 million. Do they have what it takes to reach the summit? Watch a special sneak peek of the premiere episode September 29th on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Send it downstairs to Otis Livingston.
All right, I'm joined by Jets running back Breece Hall. And Breece, today we got to see Braylon Allen run today. Jet fans are excited about him. Talk about the way you guys complement one another.
Yeah, it's been cool just to be around him. He's a real big, powerful guy, and I feel like I'm a little smaller, but I'm a big, powerful guy too. So just in that aspect, we're going to be a lot for defenses to handle because they're going to have to come tackle us a lot. And then with me in the pass game and him just coming in and being a downhill runner, and he's going to be a big screen guy and everything for us. So I'm just excited to see what we could do. But he did really very well today.
Yeah, a year ago we were so excited about Aaron Rodgers at first year here. Obviously we know what happened in the first game, but now he's back. How good is it to have A-Rod back there?
Yeah, it's been good. He just brings like I've always said, he brings a sense of calm to the offense, and Tyrod does too as well, just with their demeanor, how they go about everything. So we feel like with them in the game, then we're always in a good spot. We're always fine. So it's been good.
Your goals this year, you talked about going over 1,000 yards. Last year you came 4 yards shy of that, and you assured us in that press conference, you said, it's going to happen this year. The confidence is oozing. But how's that going to come about, and how confident are you? I don't need a number of how much you're going to get, but your goal.
No, I'm not too worried about it. As long as we do what we're supposed to as a team, I'll be fine. I ain't too worried about it.
But you're going to go over 1,000, though.
As if we win, it's going to happen.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, man. All the best this year. Back to you.
Yeah, we'll have more later on 60 Minutes because Otis is not going to let up. He wants the answer on 1,000 yards. The throw there from Hartman to Rosamie Jack Saint. Breece Hall, tremendous talent. I think a major theme, Otis asking the question in regards to Rodgers and then Breece adding Tyrod to the answer just shows you what the mentality has been for these Jets offensive players. Of course, having Aaron Rodgers, huge lift. But now having the security blanket in Tyrod Taylor as well. Big difference.
No doubt. And you showed the graphic of how bad the running game was, but he was 4th in the NFL in yards at line of scrimmage. So total yard scrimmage, I mean, that's phenomenal. That's going to go sky high. I could see him being a guy like LaDainian Tomlinson every year getting close to 2,000 yards. That'd be huge.
Return man once again, Isaiah Davis. Jets will have the football after the 42-yard kick. Purchase the latest edition of Jets Uncorked, a perfect collector's item for every Jets fan. Unlock an exclusive pre-order offer today at nyjets.com/Jets. Uncorked. Bleed green. Drink red. Yeah, put that on the gram. 3:33 to go in the third quarter. Bonnie Conda gets the call and powers his way through the middle out near the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 6. So another drive here for Adrian Martinez. Should go the rest of the way as Andrew Peasley was the first to replace Tyrod Taylor. Jets and Washington tied at 10. Issues last year, turnovers for the Jets. They had 33 of them, a league-high 18 lost fumbles. 2nd and 4, motion man is Kuntz. Mishandled the snap. Swing it to the outside. Martinez flings it at the last moment out of bounds.
Almost made that crucial young quarterback mistake of running out of bounds and losing yards. He flicks it out and gets back to the line of scrimmage. But again, there was a lot of problems happen there. He's able to get through. He's able to get the ball out. So again, those little things right there, to me, a messed up play at the line of scrimmage, is able to survive, and then he does that. Those are little things that check boxes for guys that get it.
Brings up 3rd and 4 for New York.
And directing traffic. I mean, that's it. When did he get here? A couple weeks ago. And he's making sure guys are in the right spots. Not good for the receivers, but for a quarterback, that's part of your job.
You just said Isaiah Winstead, the wide receiver to the other side. Martinez uncorks it. Off the hands of McCutcheon. Incomplete.
A really nice ball. McCutcheon's got to, again, you're coming out of that route, pump your arms, and then put them up the last second. He kind of tries to track it, not really driving through it, and then gets only one hand on it to pull it in. So, again, a lot to learn there. You want to have those completions. Adrian knows, obviously, man, that you get so many minimal opportunities to make those big plays. But, again, those are the opportunities that come. You got to be able to make them happen.
No rush on Morstead. Davis, the deep man, standing at the 22. No fair catch once again. Tried to split two special teamers, and we have an injured Jet on the play as well. So Davis is dropped. Jimmy Charlo had a tough time getting up, and now has gotten himself up on his feet. He's going to walk towards the Jet sideline. Morstead checking on Charlo, who's a rookie from Army, captain at West Point, and attended St. Joe's in Bergen County during his high school playing days. From Ridgewood, New Jersey. Washington gets it at the 27-yard line. This was Charlo trying to make the play here and went down awkwardly and didn't get up initially. Sam Hartman with 2:24 to go in the third. On a give to Wiley, tried to redirect after the initial cut and picks up 1 yard on the play. Tackle made by Eric Watts. All right, time for today's Jets Profile. It's brought to you by Verizon. We're going with Javon Kinlaw, one of the new faces for New York.
Yeah, you know, he's been banged up the last couple of years, obviously with Robert Saleh and Ulbrich back when he was a young player and probably coming off his best season last year. And the funny thing about it, I heard him talking, he put on like 30 pounds, 25 pounds, and he's already a 300-pound player. It's amazing to me. You never really see that. Like, I put on 30 pounds as a 300-pounder, but man, he is a massive-looking guy. You see him walking around practice. He's a specimen and looks to be a really good gap guy to protect against the run this year.
Well, he brings bulk to this defensive line and some quickness. They signed him to a 1-year, $7.25 million deal, so an opportunity to play alongside Quinnen Williams and some excellent pass rushers as well. Chance for Kinlaw to really shine in this defense. Opportunity at an interception. Jalen Key couldn't bring it in. Hartman out of the pocket. He's got a lot of room. First down run as he veers out of bounds just short of the 45.
The Jets brought a blitz. Zaire Barnes kind of wraps underneath, but gets blocked inside, takes on that block, and leaves a gap there. And Hartman's an athlete now. He can run as well. You know, plenty of rushing yards on his resume, but again, that's something right there. When you bring that pressure, every gap has to be filled.
17-yard run. They push it back a bit. So a first down for Washington with 1:20 to go in the third. Hartman drops it off to Wiley. 5-yard gain. Brought down at midfield. Wiley's a rookie out of Arizona. Defensively, Jets have Tanzel Smart in there. Brandon Codrington was in on that play. Second down and 5. We are under a minute to go in the third. Jackson Sermon seeing time at linebacker. Ripping through an arm tackle is Wiley with a flag down back at the 49-yard line.
Holding. Offense number 62. 10-yard penalty with second down.
That is a quick call from Brandon Cruz. So that speeds things up. It's J.C. Hassenauer, who has just signed by Washington, called on the hold. But right now, Codrington needs some assistance. He's down on one knee, just motioned towards the Jets sideline. And the medical staff will come over to check on the rookie from NC Central. Very talented returner there. And HBCU standout.
You were talking about Charlo earlier, local guy, right, rookie. You think that paycheck for the first 2 weeks of training camp kind of went down the toilet today with the guys coming to his family and friends coming to the game today?
No doubt. But that's all right. You know, that's part of the dream.
It is, man. Right? It's local. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. He had to be a Jet fan growing up, and that's bad. And coming from a special place, Army, obviously, the commitment, dedication, everything he brings to the table.
They get Codrington to his feet, and he will jog off on his own. So we'll resume here with Washington facing a second down and 15, 45 seconds on the clock, third quarter. Gets a little love from his teammates, including Sauce Gardner. and DJ Reed, talented corner tandem for New York. Kendall Sheffield will now see some action. 6th year in the NFL. Was a 4th-round pick in 2019. Hartman going through his reads. And a BB over the middle. It's caught for a first down by McCaffrey. Luke McCaffrey, the rookie from Rice, transferred from Nebraska. He was a high school quarterback, made the transition to wide receiver, good for 19 yards.
And just watching him and McCaffrey, you feel like these guys are really good players, understand their role, and really taking advantage of their opportunities today.
Washington, we've seen this pistol formation. Austin Jones, the running back, gets the call from USC, and he gains 4 yards on the play. End of the third quarter, the Jets and Washington all even at 10 apiece. Scoreless third quarter here at MetLife Stadium. We start the fourth tied at 10. Ian Eagle, Anthony Beck, Otis Livingston, Caroline Hendershot, Jets team reporter, joining us as well. It's the preseason opener for the Jets and the Commanders. Washington with a 2nd and 6 to start this fourth quarter at the Jets 37. Sam Hartman, the rookie quarterback from Notre Dame, darts one to Kashmir Allen. He hurdles his way to a first down. 12-yard pickup. That'll move the chains. Al Blades Jr. combining with Jackson Sermon on the tackle.
See Commanders really working this type of pass a lot at all quarterbacks, all players. Looks like it's going to be a big part of their game. It's important for receivers and those tackles on the edge. They got to get out and block in space, so getting a lot of work on those kind of quick receiver screens.
Line of scrimmage is the 25. Hartman will try to keep it, and the Jets read it well with Eric Watts, the rookie out of UConn.
Interesting story about Watts now. He was the highest signing bonus of any rookie free agent in the NFL this year. They love his length. Almost 6'6", 277 pounds, extremely athletic. And you saw right there, chasing down the quarterback, bringing him down. That's promising. They feel like he's a potential builder, a guy that can learn a lot in their system and really become someone productive through maybe practice squad.
2nd and 12. Connection made. Hartman to Rosemy Jack Saint. Well, Hartman has looked poised and looked very much like the guy that we saw at Wake Forest and Notre Dame. Went undrafted, trying to make this team. We saw Jeff Driscoll earlier. Driscoll looked very comfortable against 2nd and 3rd teamers.
He was used to throwing for like 4,000 yards at Wake Forest. I wonder if he stayed, that would have changed things for him. I know he, obviously NIL changed some things for him. He went to a bigger school. I get it, but it didn't really work out for Notre Dame last season. And, you always wondered, hey, was that the right call for him? But again, he's extremely talented.
Pitch it to Wiley, gets the edge and nearly gets the touchdown. He's out of bounds. But that's another great feel from Hartman. The timing was very good and on point. And you could see how comfortable Hartman has been. Sermon helped save the touchdown. But Washington has it inside the 5. 1st and goal at the 3 for the Commanders. 11th play of the drive. Hartman in front of Wiley. Handoff. Wiley gets blockers. Wiley didn't quite get there. Short. So they're going to place it inside the 1.
Yeah, up front, again, defensive line got to find a way to shed, and linebackers get in there. You see getting pushed back by a couple offensive linemen. Again, just gap sound football. Get in the right spot and be able to hold the point, especially deep down in the red zone. You can show that in preseason, in the fourth quarter. When the game's on the line, those things stick out for players on the defensive side of the ball.
Codrington got his body in there for New York. 2nd and goal. Wiley shifts to the other side. Hartman on a give, and Wiley walks in. Touchdown, Washington. Commanders take the lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, just an off-tackle run here, kick out. Going to come right on the outside. And just well done. You know, there's nobody scraping over the top. The linebacker decides to come inside instead of out. And then you see the safety, number 41, is not able to come in and fill that hole.
So extra point from Riley Patterson, trying to make this a 7-point lead for the Commanders. 11:59 mark of the fourth. Patterson connects. Touchdown for the rookie Michael Wiley. Saw a rushing touchdown from Jaden Daniels, the rookie, earlier. Washington now in front in the preseason opener. Commanders go 12 plays, 73 yards. Wiley with the capper, a 1-yard touchdown run. Washington now leads at 17-10. It will be Patterson kicking it off. 2 returners back for New York. In this new dynamic kickoff, it is Valladay. And he's brought down at the 25-yard line. Check in right now with Caroline Hendershot.
And I'm sure you're familiar with the name Pat Swilling, the All-Pro, Pro Bowl linebacker who won Defensive Player of the Year for the Saints in 1991. But it's actually his son, Trey Swilling, who's trying to make a name for himself in this very crowded Jets cornerback room. I talked to him this week, and he told me his dad has been a big help to him both on and off the field. He told him his words of wisdom are just keep going until someone notices your craft, and keep going until you have perfected your technique. He said hearing about his dad's hardships on and off the field throughout his career has helped him gain a new perspective on what he's going through right now.
Thank you so much, Caroline. Good stuff there. Alluding to the fact that I know Pat Swilling, you're right. I'm old. I do know Pat Swilling, 5-time Pro Bowler, and obviously a major impact player during his time in the NFL. Terrific story that Trey has got an opportunity here with the Jets. Trey was with San Francisco, played at Georgia Tech, undrafted free agent in 2022. He's been on the practice squad in New Orleans, in San Francisco, with Baltimore as well. 2nd down and 1. The running back is Valladay. Anthony Firkser back with the Jets in there at tight end, and that's a 1st down run for Valladay out of Arizona State. Pickup of 4. Yeah, that's a crazy part about the NFL as well, Anthony. You have no idea if you're going to be back with a team, if you get an opportunity in a new set of circumstances, alluding to Anthony Firkser, who was in Jets training camp, got cut coming out of Harvard, Manalapan, New Jersey native, and then put together a good run in Tennessee, played with Atlanta, played with Detroit. Here he is now in his 7th year in the league, trying to make this roster as Valladay gets the carry once again for 2.5 yards.
You never burn a bridge as a player, especially early on, because it's just the journey, like you said, can be different for everybody. Coaches, as they go to different places, you know, Tony Dews was in Tennessee. He's now the running back coach. I'm sure they asked him about Firkser and what he brought to the table when he was in Tennessee, you know, and he played there. So those are the things that I think come full circle for guys, is you never know with the transition. There's so many new coaches where guys find the place where they played with that can bring them into that roster.
Changes on the offensive line. Brady Latham, rookie from Arkansas, is in. Obina Eze is in out of TCU. Soft toss, handled by Harrell. 1st down. Tyler Harrell out of Miami, also attended Louisville and Alabama.
Great protection, number 1, by these young offensive linemen. And again, good job. Harold connects, makes a catch, gets some yards. Again, Adrian Martinez doing a nice job. They're moving the sticks here, getting a nice drive together, trying to respond from the Commanders' scoring drive.
Brandon Smith is now in there, 1st year from Iowa, wide receiver. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Fake the handoff. Martinez, step, throw, deep shot. It's caught. It's Smith inside the 5. Lay it out for the football.
Man, that's got to feel good. It's a good job, but you know what? It's going to be a tight window throw over the top. It's got to hit the tips of the fingers and the edge. Adrian Martinez drops it in. Contested catch. Way to pull the grab in. It's a heck of a catch. Heck of a throw. 37-yard gain. It does look like it hits the turf, but he controls it with his hands underneath. It's a nice job all the way around.
First and goal. In the backfield is Valladay. Give it to him. And Valladay is chopped down behind the line of scrimmage. Washington pressed the line, a loss of 2. It was Javonte Jean-Baptiste making the tackle. Martinez hitting on the big play downfield. Now can the Jets punch it in? Down to 8:11 to play in the fourth quarter. Second and goal for New York. Shotgun. Martinez. Handoff. Valladay tried to lunge towards the goal line. Picks up 3.5. It's third and goal.
You know, since they don't have a lot of running quarterbacks with Aaron as far as traditionally pulling the ball, I wonder if they change things with Adrian Martinez in runs where he can actually pull the ball out of that set, and he would have kind of scooted right into the end zone there. So, again, with all these different players, and sometimes they do that on their own if they feel it when they get that look.
So now it's Abanikanda who's in there at running back. Different look here for New York. Third and goal. Handoff. Abanikanda takes it in for the touchdown. Brooklyn strong.
It's a great drive. I mean, all the way across the board, and then Izzy doing a good job. Look at the hole. I mean, that's great blocking. Good job by Ferkster on the outside, kind of locking in on that defensive end. But that down block by the offensive line really opened it up and gave 25 an excellent opportunity to get the score.
Austin Seibert will now kick the extra point for New York, looking for the equalizer here. It's good. Tied at 17, 7:09 to play in the fourth. For those who don't know, the NFL made an adjustment. No more overtime in preseason. See if one of these two teams can break the tie. Yeah, some Jets legends from the 80s and 90s. Today, the Jets officially debuted their new uniforms and logo for the season. The modernized Legacy Collection throwbacks are a nod to the Jets sack exchange era. Kick from Seibert. Kashmir Allen, the returner, flagged down at the 26-yard line as he is brought down at the 35. Second flag at the 44. Quantez Stiggers in on that stop on special teams. But multiple flags on the play. Brandon Cruz.
Illegal formation. Kicking team number 16 left early before the ball was caught. 5-yard penalty added to the end of the play. It's first down, Washington.
Well, there you go. Jason Brownlee. That's going to be part of what the officials are looking for, the timing of things. Well, that's athletic. Kashmir Allen. Is that real Kashmir? I think it is.
I've never been able to do that in my career.
No, we have no video.
No video of that.
Sorry.
Yeah, I tried a few times. Just
it's okay, AB.
I can do other things. I can do other things.
Did all right. First down, sidearm throw to Austin Jones. Flag down. Jones brought down. Jets and Washington got engaged there just a bit as players now back off. Officials get in between.
Pass interference. Offense, number 84. 10-yard penalty. It's first down.
It is Davian Davis. Pass interference call against Washington, so back it up. Original line of scrimmage was the 40-yard line. Going to place it at the 30 with 6:50 50 and counting left here in the fourth quarter.
Love to see the defense here get a good stop. Offense gets the ball back, put a nice drive together, and try to seal this game with a win. But again, this is a great game. These are, when you have a close game, players are in it. They get a chance to really show themselves off in these situations when the game's on the line.
And this play whistled dead. Clock hit 0.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So the operation for the Commanders had been pretty solid all day. Back-to-back penalties right now with Driscoll in there at QB. So we saw Hartman for an extended period. Driscoll returns for Washington. Mariota played 1 series. Jaden Daniels 1 series at QB for the Commanders. Shotgun for Driscoll. Toss down. Driscoll. He got mauled by Leonard Taylor III.
Yeah, great job. Again, one-on-one battles. He's done twice today. He's done a nice job beating the offensive lineman. And again, you mentioned his name earlier, having a good camp, doing a really good job, and getting the big sack behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they like his pass rush skills at that tackle position. He's quick, he's physical, an improved run defender during his time at Miami. This is 2nd and 34. They need to get to the 50 to get a first down. Running play on a stop and go from Austin Jones, and he's bottled up at the 25. So it's going to be 3rd and very long here for Washington. Jalen Key was in on that play. McCrary Ball walked away from it. 3rd down. Coming up on the 5-minute mark of this fourth quarter. Driscoll operating out of the gun. Driscoll underneath, catch made. Jones hemmed in by the Jets and dropped at the 34. Sermon and McCrary Ball playing in the correct position.
Yeah, mistakes obviously by the Commanders, taking advantage of the sack with Leonard Taylor and an easy fallback coverage here. Make them check the ball down and make the open space tackle. It's a nice defensive series there for the Jets.
So it's Tress Way punting to Brandon Codrington, who's standing at the Jets' 15-yard line. Way, a 2-time Pro Bowler, 2019, 2022. High kick. Codrington backpedals from the 12. He's got a little room to work with, but Washington closed quickly.
Oh boy.
Spinning out of it. Trying to make a move to the outside. And he's tackled by Way, the punter.
It's a good job by Way. He did save the day there, but man, nobody got blocked on that play, and Codrington did a nice job making everybody miss here. Watch this. Kind of does a nice spin move on 5 guys. That's not going to look good on tape, but a good job by the punter making the tackle, but pretty cool move by him.
And even 4 minutes to play here at MetLife. Jets 17, Washington 17. First down for the Jets at the 25-yard line with Kansas State product Adrian Martinez running the offense for New York. Deion Jackson, the running back. Jackson drives it, inside run, and takes it for 5 yards to the 30-yard line. Send it downstairs. Otis Livingston.
All right, I'm joined by Sauce Gardner, or is it Tiger Woods? Took up golf in the offseason, broke 90 actually. You talked about golf giving you a mental approach that you can apply also in football.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know, that next play mentality, you know, God don't make people perfect. So, you know, everybody's going to make mistakes, but just being able to, you know, forget about the last play and move on to the next play, you know, is what it's all about. And, you know, you're not always going to hit the best shot, you know, when it comes to golf, especially if you somebody like me who's just not starting. Right. So, you know, I apply that same mentality to football.
All right, you had Aaron Rodgers last year going into his first year. I know you were really excited, especially through social media with the cheese head and everything like that. We know what happened early in the season as well. how good is it to have him back, and how does he and Tyrod Taylor make you better?
Oh, yeah, most definitely, man. It's great to just be able to have Aaron here, you know, and around. You know, right now, you know, the main thing we talk about is taking it one day at a time, because we experienced it last year. You know, and one play can be just all the way taken away from us. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got a lot of plays being made out here, but, you know, it's great competition in practice. You know, he make me better. I guess I still make him better, even though he done seen every look, you know, when it comes to defense. But, yeah.
Obviously, you're not playing today, but how are you helping those other DBs as they're trying to get out there and get acclimated to the NFL?
Man, I just be looking out here and be like, man, I remember when I was just out here my first year. You know, it's like you get so caught on, like, I'm really playing NFL football, you know. And it's like you can't think of it like that. You got to think like I belong here, you know. So that's what I just been telling the younger guys, the rookies, like, y'all belong here, you know. Y'all here for a reason, so, yeah.
Yeah, you certainly belong here. 2 Pro Bowls in your first 2 years. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Sauce. All the best this season. All right, guys, back to you.
And the completion of Brandon Smith. Martinez buying time, tossing it downfield for 33 yards.
You know, these guys don't get a lot of work with each other. Clearly, these two have worked after practice and threw some balls to each other because they seem to be on the same page. But, hey, extending the play, we've seen that. I've been watching that now for almost 12 months now. And this is just a good ball placement and a heck of a job catching the ball by Brandon Smith. And, look, he came from Iowa. How many balls are you catching in that system? He's taking advantage of his opportunities.
And we hit 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Jets are in Washington territory now at the 36-yard line. On a give, Valladay squeezes through. Timeout called. 2:49 mark. Tackle made by Jamin Davis for Washington. 3-yard pickup. Make sure you join us next Saturday at 7 o'clock for more preseason football. The Jets meet the Carolina Panthers live from Charlotte. Catch all the action right here on CBS New York. Jets with an opportunity to take the lead here in the fourth quarter. Tyrod Taylor started the game for the Jets. No Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers not expected to play next week. Chance that he might see some limited action in that third preseason game against the Giants. Deion Jackson back in there. Jackson, his 4th year from Duke, played with Indianapolis, Cleveland, and the Giants on a 2nd and 7. Toss it. Jackson, not much there. Tried a zigzag move to the outside, and it's going to bring up 3rd down for New York. Jets will open the regular season in San Francisco. Monday Night Football. That's where Nathaniel Hackett and the rest of the Jets coaching staff and Robert Saleh will start things off in earnest. Down to 2:14 to play. 3rd and 7. Martinez from the gun. Martinez out of the pocket. Martinez, tuck and run. Walks the tightrope for the first down. Good use of his wheels for 12 yards. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning in East Rutherford. Jets trying to cap this off with a W against Washington.
We talked about Adrian Martinez and a lot of the things he does. This is a perfect example here. Game's on the line. The pocket gets kind of pressed in, and you see the speed on the outside, understanding where the sticks are, gets as many yards as he can go out of bounds because it's a 2-minute warning. We've seen a lot of those little details now on the last couple drives that he's done well. And, again, having the mobility factor is really big for him. So, nice job completing some footballs, nice throws down the field. Let's see if he can cap it off and maybe get another chance here in the end zone.
Jets are in the driver's seat right now with 1:57 left. Washington only has 1 timeout remaining. From the 20-yard line, Valladay is dropped short of the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down, clock is ticking, 1:45 and counting left. If the Jets do not get a first down and end up trying a field goal, Washington would get the ball back between 20 and 25 seconds on the clock.
And probably Seibert, right? He's going to get his chance to win a late game here as the kicker.
Jets in no rush. Break the huddle with 12 on the play clock. And now ready to go with 1:16 to go. Valladay remains in there. No opening for Valladay. Put his shoulder down, picks up a yard. That's it. Clock moving. 1 minute to go. Tied at 17. So it'll be 3rd and 9 here for New York. You know, preseason, some might say, hey, try it. Go for the end zone. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
It would stop the clock,
right,
and give Washington more time on the back end.
I think you stick to standard procedure. Obviously, you got the game in hand. You made some big plays to get down there. Got a lot of guys with a lot of lack of experience. You don't want to put too much on their plate. Just hold on to the ball and keep it in field goal range.
Yeah, that's what Valladay does for no gain on the play to the 19-yard line. And Washington will take the timeout. 24 seconds left.
Third and final timeout of the game. 30 seconds.
So Jets will trot out Austin Seibert, looking to take the lead. Seibert was a 5th-round draft pick in 2019. He has kicked for Cleveland, Cincinnati, Detroit, and the Jets. Signed last year as a free agent when Zuerlein was dealing with an injury. Career long of 53 yards. This is going to be a 37-yard attempt. Hennessy to snap it, Morstead to hold it. Jets looking for the lead. "37-yarder, Austin Seibert. He knocks it through. Jets go in front. 21 seconds on the clock. So Martinez orchestrates the drive. Jets lead 20-17.
I think the procedure offensively with Martinez and Peasley, quite frankly, has been really good. It's a nice job by Seibert, knocking it through, getting a chance to win, potentially win a football game here with a last game-ending kick. And, of course, Coach Saleh fired up. Good, bad. You know, you get a lot of stuff on film to coach up. And, you know, you get out healthy, right? I think it's the most important thing. That's like #1 note. Like, get out of this game with no injuries by any key players. And, again, nice week of practice, too. With the joint practice, you get a lot done.
The one injury, Jimmy Charlo left the game with a knee injury. The rookie from Army. So now the dynamic kickoff, the decision was made, just boom it. And the ball does roll through the back of the end zone. So this one is coming out to the 30-yard line for Washington. 21 seconds on the clock. If you're just joining us, we're expecting to see second-round coverage of the Wyndham Championship. You can catch that right now on New York 55. Once we wrap up our broadcast here in East Rutherford, we will join that in progress. The only other option on that kickoff, and again, it's philosophical at this stage how you're going to handle things. If you keep it in the field of play, you do get time off the clock. So you traded off the opportunity for Washington to return it and have no time come off the clock as the Commanders have it at the 30-yard line. Jeff Driscoll is in there. 21 seconds to play. Driscoll in the pocket. Skies one towards the sideline. Popped up in the air. Nearly intercepted. McCaffrey, the intended target. Codrington there defensively for New York.
Yeah, good job knocking the ball away. Again, they got to take a deep shot to try to get into field goal range here. Going to be a little bit difficult, especially the fact this is, you know, where you can pin your ears back as defensive line and really come off the football here. So, you know, maybe 1 or 2 more snaps here to really to end this thing. But you don't want to have any pass interference. Play the football, play it straight up, and you get off the field with a W.
They're looking at needing about 30 yards just to get a legitimate field goal attempt off. The throw, handled, inbounds at the 35. Clock ticking away. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Trying to get organized. 1 second. They spiked it. But did they run out of time? Are they going to put 1 second on the clock is the question.
When the ball hit the ground, there was 1 second left. 1 second on the game clock, please.
So the answer is yes. 1 second remaining. Oof. Close. So desperation time. Jets and 4 players deep. Flag down, false
Offense
start.
number 64.
Gonna make it tougher?
Penalty. It's third down.
Mason Brooks.
Now, think about this defensive look here, which is crazy, right? We don't want them to score, so get back to the end zone. Is if you can get 2 receivers to wrap over the top of these 2 guys, catch one and flip it to the other. They got some room to run, but obviously you're going to have to beat 4 guys converging to you. So, let's see if we get something interesting here. How deep they are in the playbook. Not very deep, obviously.
And that ball was mishandled, and the game is over. The Jets win it on a late field goal and take the preseason opener against Washington 20-17, the final. Good friends Saleh and Quinn meet on the field. We'll come back and wrap things up after this.